Greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, Robert Meyer Burnett. I invite you to watch and listen to the Designing Hollywood podcast, brought to you by Martika Ibarra and the great, legendary Hollywood costume designer, Marilyn Vance. I am afforded the wonderful opportunity of co-hosting the show. If you are interested in the magic of Hollywood, the design of Hollywood, the clothes of Hollywood, watch the Designing Hollywood podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts from, or find the video version on YouTube. That's right, the Designing Hollywood podcast. Why would you ever want to miss it, especially if you love the movies?
Tango Shalom is now available on all VOD
major platforms. I think we messed that up.
Video on demand, or as they say in the trade, VOD.
VOD. Tango Shalom is now available on all VOD platforms,
which means
video on demand.
Look how you know. You must be a high school graduate.
I'm a college graduate.
Really?
Yes.
I got an honorary degree from Hofstra. Did you get an honorary degree?
No, I got a degree.
Oh, well, I got honorary. You know, I'm in the Jewish Museum.
What for?
What do you mean? As a famous Jew in the Bronx. I'm in the famous...
I'm in the Prospect Park in the Stones.
How big is the stone?
Observations with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, and I'm here. Whether you're on the half pipe, whether you're on the half shell, or still half in the bag from last night, welcome to today's episode, December 13th, a Monday of the Hollywood Half and Half, your blast of 30 minutes of great entertainment news and mirth and fun-filled entertainment, only the way I can bring it to you. I don't even know what I just said. You know what it is. It's me. It's Robert Meyer Burnett. I'm talking about entertainment news for half an hour while I drink coffee. Oh, Dale Cooper would eat his heart out, wouldn't he? Well, there's lots of interesting entertainment news tonight or today or I don't know, however you want to call it, something. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. Don't cry for me, Argentina. That's not West Side Story. That's Evita, but that's what I'm thinking about when I look at this headline. It says in the Hollywood Reporter, Pamela McClintock reports that the box office for Steven Spielberg's West Side Story sings off-key with a $10.5 million opening. Steven Spielberg's critically acclaimed West Side Story sang off-key in its domestic debut with a subdued $10.5 million from 2,800 theaters, but the closing song has yet to be written regarding the musical's box office fate. Heading into the weekend, the 20th Century and Disney release had hoped that the big-budget event pick, the studios hoped that it would hit the big screen 64 years after the iconic Broadway stage and blow up the box office. It would clear that at least $13 million. That's what they wanted. They wanted $13 million bucks. Some tracking services had first weekend estimates as high as 15. The good news, West Side Story was able to claim the number one spot on the weekend chart ahead of the Disney animation holdover Encanto. Overseas, West Side Story debuted to an even more disappointing $4.4 million from 37 material markets for a global start of $14.9 million, well behind the $25 million Disney was predicting. While there are many major markets yet to open, including South Korea and China, the film so far isn't resonating in Latin America or Asia, according to box office analysts. That puts pressure on Europe, where the Omicron variant is slowing down the box office recovery in certain key markets, such as Germany, where West Side Story debuted to a paltry $300,000. Outside of the U.S., the U.K. led with $1.7 million. Musicals face a huge challenge in the pandemic era since they rely on older adults and particularly older females. What am I, chopped liver here? Come on. When you're a jet all the way to your first cigarette to your last dying day. I'm a jet. I could be a shark. I don't know if I'd be as cool as Bernardo's shark, but I'd be a good shark. Although I'm not Puerto Rican, or Cuban. I don't think I could be a shark. Maybe I could be I could. I just wouldn't tell anybody. Yet moviegoers over the age of 35 are the most leery in terms of returning to theaters. According to Post-Track, the largest quadrant of the West Side Story audience was ticket buyers over the age of 55. While more than half of the audience was over the age of 35, the film performed best in big cities. You know, it's funny, I posted something about West Side Story over the weekend, and someone said, what did Stephen Sondheim have to do with West Side Story? I mean, it was Leonard Bernstein who wrote the music. Anyway, the hope now is that stellar reviews. The film boasts a 94% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and glowing audience reviews, including an A Cinema score, will help West Side Story build momentum throughout the year-end holidays and Oscars season. If not, Spielberg's movie, which cost upwards of $90 million to make before marketing, could face major losses. Look, I haven't seen West Side Story yet. I'm going to go today, I think, maybe. I think you should all go see it. Why not? Why shouldn't you see West Side Story? West Side Story is one of the classics of all time. I mean, who wouldn't want to go see West Side Story? I mean, I guess a lot of people. But I would say go. West Side Story, the original, is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Doesn't mean it's going to be yours, but I think Spielberg making a movie, musical, I wanted to see that my whole life. So go see it. Make some money for the brand. The Golden Globes came out today. The Golden Globe nominations. I mean, you know, they had a bit of a kerfluffle, and they're back. And they, of course, the usual suspects are there. Let's go through a few of the nominations. I know, as John Campea would say, who cares about the Golden Globes? But come on, who wouldn't want to win one? So, nominated, and plus they're a good bellwether for the Oscars, right? So, motion pictures, best motion picture drama. Focus features Belfast, Coda from Apple TV, Dune from Warner Brothers, King Richard from Warner Brothers, and Power of the Dog from Netflix. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture, Jessica Chastain, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman, The Lost Daughter, Nicole Kidman, Being the Ricardos, Lady Gaga, House of Gucci, and Kristen Stewart, Spencer. Best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama, Mahershala Ali for Swan Song, Javier Bardem, Being the Ricardos, actually it's Javier Bardem in Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch in Power of the Dog, Will Smith in King Richard, and Denzel Washington, The Tragedy of Macbeth. Best motion picture, musical or comedy, Cyrano from MGM, Don't Look Up, Netflix, Licorice Pizza, MGM, and my choice for my favorite movie of the year so far, Tick, Tick, Boom from Netflix, and of course, West Side Story. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy, Marion Cotillard for Annette, Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, Jennifer Lawrence for Don't Look Up, Emma Stone in Cruella, Rachel Ziegler in West Side Story. From what I understand, a breakout performance. Good on you, Rachel. Best performance by an actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy, Leonardo DiCaprio in Don't Look Up, Peter Dinklage in Cyrano, Andrew Garfield, my man, in Tick, Tick, Boom, Cooper Hoffman in Licorice Pizza, Anthony Ramos from In the Heights. So there you go. Mikey Lito will be happy about that one. Best motion picture animated, Encanto from Walt Disney, Flea from Neon Participant, Luca from Walt Disney, My Sonny Mad from Totem Films, and Raya and the Last Dragon from Walt Disney Studios. Best motion picture, non-English language, formerly foreign language, Compartment Number 6 from Finland, Russia, and Germany, Drive My Car from Japan. I got to see this. Everyone's talking about Drive My Car. It's Japanese. I'll see anything Japanese. Got to go see that. Hand of God from Italy. A Hero from France. And Parallel Mothers. Pedro Almodovar coming back roaring from Spain. And best performance by an actress in a supporting role is Catriona Balfe for Belfast. Ariana DeBose. West Side Story. Kirsten Dunst, Power of the Dog. I'm going to get this wrong. And then Jew Ellis from King Richard and Ruth Negga for Passing. Best performance by an actor in a supporting role in a motion picture, any motion picture. Ben Affleck, The Tender Bar. Jamie Dornan, Belfast. Syrian Hands for Belfast. Troy Kotsur for Coda. And Cody Smith-McPhee in Power of the Dog. Best director, Kenneth Branagh, Belfast. Jane Campion, Power of the Dog. Maggie Gyllenhaal for her debut movie, The Lost Daughter. Steven Spielberg for West Side Story. And Denis Villeneuve for Dune. That's pretty cool. Best screenplay, Paul Thomas Anderson, Licorice Pizza. Kenneth Branagh, Belfast. Jane Campion, Power of the Dog. Adam McKay, Don't Look Up. Aaron Sorkin for Being the Ricardos. Best Original Score, Alexandre Desplat for The French Dispatch. Jermaine Franco for Encanto. Johnny Greenwood from Power of the Dog. Good for you, Johnny. Alberto Iglesias for Parallel Mothers. And Hans Zimmer for Dune. And you can read the rest of those on any entertainment website, Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, wherever you choose to go if you want to find out more about television. But I can't read all these nominations. That would take the entire show. And, most of you don't even care about the Golden Globes. So why would I want to do that? You can do it on your own, which is what life's all about, really, when you think about it. Yeah. What's next? Elon Musk was picked Times Person of the Year. Times Person of the Year. Ted Johnson from Deadline reports that Time has named entrepreneur Elon Musk as its Person of the Year, selecting him for creating solutions to an existential crisis, for embodying the possibilities and the perils of the age of tech titans, for driving society's most daring and disruptive transformations. The publication put their selection of Musk in line with the choice of Jeff Bezos in 1999 and Mark Zuckerberg in 2010, when their respective companies, Amazon and Facebook, were starting to have an impact. We don't yet know how fully Tesla, SpaceX, and the ventures Musk has yet to think up will change our lives. At 50, he has plenty of time to write the future, his own and ours. Like it or not, we are now in Musk's world. Time editor-in-chief Edward Felsenthal wrote, Musk is the richest person in the world, according to Forbes. Time has, in recent years, expanded its franchise with selections of Persons of the Year in different categories, this year including Simone Biles as Athlete of the Year, Olivia Rodrigo as Entertainer of the Year, and vaccine scientists as Heroes of the Year. Time's Person of the Year was started in 1927 and is often confused as an honor. Rather, it reflects newsmaker influence. Time has also veered from naming a human in its selections. In 1982, it selected the computer as Machine of the Year. In 2006, the publication selected You, recognizing the growth in user-generated content online, in social media, and on websites. Last year, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were selected as Persons of the Year. Time was once the crown jewel of a publishing empire, but it has changed hands a couple of times. Salesforce co-founder Mark Benioff and his wife Lynn bought the news magazine from Meredith Corp in 2018. The latter had acquired the title as part of its acquisition of Time Incorporated a year earlier. Time Warner had spun off its magazine division in 2014. So you go, Elon Musk, Times Person of the Year. I don't think I'll ever be Times Person of the Year, but hey, here's hoping. Although I got to get ready because I'm not doing enough. Certainly not doing as much as Elon is, but that's okay, I guess. I don't think I could ever do as much as Elon could do. I wish I could, but I can't. Mads Mikkelsen is coming back. Grindelwald. That's right. He's replacing Johnny Depp in The Secrets of Dumbledore. The trailer dropped today after being teased over the weekend. Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Warner Brothers unveiled the first trailer for Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, the third film in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter spin-off series, which is scheduled for release in April. The film comes from director David Yates and is set several years after the events of the Fantastic Beasts sequel, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and watches as beloved wizard, what am I saying? Albus Dumbledore, played by Jude Law this time, played by Jude Law again for the third time, but a young Dumbledore, tasks magizoologist Newt Scamander, played by Eddie Redmayne, and his allies with a mission, taking them into the heart of dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald's army. If you listen carefully enough, the past whispers to you, Laws Dumbledore says in the trailer, before introducing us to the team that's going to take down the most dangerous wizard in over a century. You know what they should do? They should team Fantastic Beasts with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange can go through the quantum realm and show up, because I would be there for that. It'd be great. It wouldn't quite be the Justice League versus the Avengers, but I would definitely want to see Doctor Strange. I can't wait. And this is like a team building movie. Not with Doctor Strange. I mean, I can't wait to this. It looked cool. Like, they're building a team. There's a magizoologist, his indispensable assistant, a wizard descended from a very old family, a school teacher, and a muggle. A muggle who was bequeathed with a wand in this movie. I would want to be a muggle that gets a magic wand. I think that'd be pretty damn dope. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore was scripted by J.K. Rowling and Steve Kloves, who wrote movies like, I think, Wonder Boys, right? And also stars Catherine Watterson, Dan Fogler, Alison Tudor, Ezra Miller, Callum Turner, William Natty Lamb, Poppy Corby Truch, and Jessica Williams. So this looks, I mean, I'm in. While Johnny Depp portrayed Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts' first two films, beginning in 2016's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Mickelson took over the role for the new film after allegations of domestic abuse on the part of Depp surfaced in UK courts. But that trailer is available online. Anybody can watch it anywhere because it's everywhere now. Yes, indeed it is. So that's pretty exciting. Next up on the docket, you got to love this. Now, spoiler alert, this next story has spoilers if you have not watched the first episode of the new Sex and the City and Just Like That. But here we go. Peloton. Now, this is amazing. Peloton, the company Peloton, you know, the workout machine. You can bike with your friends or virtual people that tell you how to bike. Well, for those of you who might not keep up on current events, Big, that's right, Chris Noth's Big, Sarah Jessica Parker's husband, died in the first episode. That's right, he died after working out on a Peloton. And of course, Peloton stock dropped precipitously because of it. In real life. I mean, art imitates life. Well, Peloton probably didn't think that their stock would drop. But if those of you who saw this is pretty amazing. So, fitness equipment company Peloton offered a humorous response. They were Johnny on the spot. They had a new commercial that dropped with Chris Noth in it. That was also narrated by Ryan Reynolds. God bless them both. Fitness equipment company Peloton has offered a humorous response to the intensified attention that it has received after one of its exercise bikes was featured in a scene involving a major character's death in And Just Like That, HBO Max's sequel series to Sex and the City. According to Peloton, the company had approved the show's use of an exercise bike, as well as the appearance of fictional instructor Allegra, played by real-life Peloton cycling instructor Jess King. However, Peloton was not made aware that And Just Like That would show Chris Noth's Mr. Big, an on-again, off-again love interest and eventual husband to Sarah Jessica Parker's Carrie Bradshaw, collapsing and dying after a Peloton workout. Peloton's new advertisement does feature Chris Noth, presumably as Mr. Big, alongside King. The two toast in a cozy living room decorated for the Christmas season before considering another workout on Peloton bikes. To new beginnings, Noth says, "Shall we take another ride? Life's too short not to." The advertisement ends with narration by Ryan Reynolds, who rattles off the health benefits that can come with using a Peloton bike. And just like that, the world was reminded that cycling stimulates your heart, lungs, and circulation, reducing your risk of cardiovascular diseases, Reynolds says. The commercial ends with an abrupt, knowing declaration of, "He's alive." Working with Ryan, and this is interesting, working with Ryan Reynolds and Reynolds' own marketing company, Maximum Effort, we filmed a spot with actor Chris Noth and Peloton instructor Jess King. Peloton senior communications lead Denise Kelly explained to Variety in a statement. "We filmed the spot in New York City this weekend, and the entire project came together in less than 48 hours. I mean, that's pretty cool. Maximum Effort was recently acquired by software company MNTN, and Peloton was an early hand raiser to be a part of MNTN's new Creative as a Subscription service. This enabled both teams to quickly together produce the ad. Following the premiere of And Just Like That on December 9th, Peloton made a statement pointing to Mr. Big's unhealthy lifestyle and liberal use of cigars as probable cause of his demise, rather than the fact that his death was precipitated by his use of the company's exercise bike. However, the company's stock did take a tumble in the days after the premiere, with Peloton shares closing down 5.4% on Friday. and you can find that commercial online. It's pretty great, and kudos to them. I mean, that's some damage control right there. You gotta love that. Wow, I don't even know. I just kudos to them. What kind of marketing? That is some officer work there. Great, well done. James Bond is once more in the news. Nothing to do with his imminent release on Blu-ray and 4K this week. Nope. Over the weekend, could James Bond be using they, them pronouns? Longtime Bond producer Barbara Broccoli is open to the idea. Is it possible that a future James Bond could identify as non-binary? Producer Barbara Broccoli thinks so. Broccoli, who owns the rights to Bond through her company Eon Productions, did an interview with host Anna Smith with Girls on Film podcast. In the episode, the question of a gender-bent Bond was brought up. In response, Broccoli replied that Bond will stay a man and stands firm that while gender-bending Bond isn't going to happen and that new roles should be created for women. That's when Smith asked Bond's pronouns, and is it possible he could be calling himself they, them? And Broccoli replied, who knows? I think it's open, We just have to find the right actor. It's interesting she didn't flat out say no, which means we could be seeing a different type of Bond in the future. She definitely wants the character to be British and male, but maybe everything else is up for discussion. You can listen to the full episode of Anna Smith's conversation with Barbara Broccoli and her brother, at that podcast. So it is the Girls on Film podcast, and it's hosted by Anna Smith. So go check that out and hear that conversation with Barbara Broccoli. She's kind of a hero of mine. I mean, imagine a woman whose entire job, all she does in life, is make James Bond movies. Come on, that's pretty damn cool. But as for James Bond being non-binary, well, this isn't really an editorial show. I guess I can offer my opinion. I don't think it's necessarily the best idea in the world. They'd have to have some great script writing, and judging by 4 of the Daniel Craig films, I don't know if the writers are quite up to the task. But could be interesting. Hey, what do I always say? Every person you meet has a story to tell that you have yet to hear, and this is certainly a story we have yet to hear. And again, if it's a good story, I'll listen to it. That's why not? We'll see. See what happens. This next story, Dr. Oz. Hey, I bet you never thought you'd be tuning into me, hearing me talk about Dr. Oz, but I'm going to talk about Dr. Oz because I think this is pretty significant. The Dr. Oz show is ending after 13 seasons because why? Dr. Oz is running for the Senate. The show will be replaced by a new series hosted by Daphne Oz titled The Good Dish. The doctor's out. The Dr. Oz show will end after 13 seasons on the air amidst host Dr. Mehmet Oz running for a Senate seat in Pennsylvania. Sony Pictures Television confirmed it is retiring the Dr. Oz show on Monday. The long-running syndicated health and wellness series will be replaced by a spin-off co-hosted by the Chew veteran and Oz's daughter, Emmy winner Daphne Oz, titled The Good Dish. Top Chef judge Gail Simmons and Chef and Next Food Star winner Jamaica Pessoa will join Daphne Oz as hosts. The 61-year-old celebrity physician announced last month he's entering the Pennsylvania Republican primary as his first attempt to run for public office. Oz has said he was motivated due to the government's pandemic response, saying it has shown the system is broken, but not much is otherwise known about his political beliefs. We lost too many lives, too many jobs, and too many opportunities because Washington got it wrong, Oz said in a statement announcing his run. They took away our freedom without making us safer and tried to kill our spirit and our dignity. Dr. Oz first became a household name by appearing as a health expert on the Oprah Winfrey Show for 5 seasons. In 2009, Winfrey produced and helped launch the Dr. Oz Show through her company, Harpo Productions. The show has won 9 daytime Emmys and was renewed to continue for a 14th season when Oz announced his Senate run. The move has prompted Pennsylvania television stations in surrounding states to drop the series as part of the FCC's equal time rule, which maintains that broadcast stations must give equivalent opportunities to airtime for airtime to opposing political candidates who request it. You know what? I think everybody running for the Pennsylvania Senate, everybody should have just requested a TV show, because that could have been high comedy. I would love to have watched that. But there you go. Dr. Oz running for Senate. What do you think? Would you vote for him? I mean, I don't know. Would you? And here's another story that I don't know if anyone really cares about, but I just thought I'd share it. That's right. The Miss Universe pageant crowns a winner after politics seeps into the pageant. This comes to us from the Associated Press. Hernaz Sandhu of India, and I have to say, there's a reason why she wins, was crowned the 70th Miss Universe on Sunday, topping a field of some 80 contestants in a pageant that was touched by politics and the pandemic. The previously reigning Miss Universe, Andrea Meza of Mexico, crowned her successor, a Bollywood actress, in the Israeli Red Sea resort town of Eilat. The pageant was held in the middle of the night, wrapping at 5 a.m. local time. The pageant included traditional displays of national costumes, swimwear, and a series of interview questions to test contestants' public speaking skills. The top 10 showed off intrinsically bedazzled full-length gowns, and they look really great. Neither gold, silver, or bronze. The Philippines' Beatrice Luigi Gomez wore an asymmetrical cut dress with one sleeve highlighting the new tattoo she said celebrates her womanhood. But the contest also drew attention in recent weeks for other reasons. A grassroots Palestinian-led boycott had urged contestants to skip the event to protest Israel's treatment of Palestinians, and in the end, only Malaysia, a predominantly Muslim country with close ties to the Palestinians, did not send a representative, citing the global COVID-19 situation. The South African government, which also strongly supports the Palestinian cause, withdrew support for the country's representative over her participation. In an interview last month, Meza urged contestants to leave politics out of the pageant, saying the gathering was meant to bring together women from different backgrounds. When you are in there, you forget about politics, about your religion, she told the Associated Press at the time. Sarah Solansky, an official with the Israeli Tourism Ministry, said the country was selected to host the contest early this year because of Israel's successful coronavirus vaccination program. The contest suffered a last-minute hiccup with the arrival of the Omicron variant, which forced Israel to close its borders to foreign tourists late last month. Most of the Miss Universe contestants were already in the country before the new regulations came into effect, but those who came afterward were given special permission to enter, albeit with a mandatory 72-hour quarantine period. Well, I'll tell you, Steve Harvey hosted it, and I'll bet he had a good time. So, there you go. And that is your entertainment news for today, Monday, December 13th. And we got a few super chats from Russ Mann. Russ Mann says, he quotes Elon Musk. He says, an 18-year-old can't get a $10,000 loan for a small business, but a college will loan him $100,000. That's all you need to know, says Elon Musk. And Russ Mann also says, oh, and Rob, I enjoyed your appearance on the Drinkers' millionth subscriber celebration. What a great panel. Hail. Well, Russ Mann, I want to thank you, first of all, for tuning in to the Hollywood Half and Half. Are you on the half shell? Are you riding the half pipe? Are you still half in the bag because you know the drinker? I'm having coffee. So I want to thank you for the support of the channel, sir, and thus brings an end to the Hollywood Half and Half for Monday, December 13th. How many more days till Christmas? 12? Have you done shopping? Have you started shopping? I don't know. We don't even have a tree. I think that's going to happen today. Who knows? Who knows? That's a little West Side Story for you. And on that note, remember, every person you meet has a story to tell that you have yet to hear. And all you have to do is listen. I want to give thanks to my moderating staff. Joshua Levesque is here. Lord Toth is here. Gregory Smith is here. I don't know who else is here, but I want to thank them for the work they do. So, everybody, I'll see you later today with Robservations, but I'll also see you tomorrow for the Hollywood Half and Half. Yeah.